I met Daniel when he was 17, which was the same time he lost his brother. When we first met, he seemed so empty, unoccupied. His cold brown eyes looked at the world in the way that a drowsy kid would try and stay awake during a boring movie. It was as if there was something missing in him. We bonded over our enjoyment of B-movies and our mutual agreements that ketchup chips were far better than any other lunch snack. In no time, we were spending recess together. He told me that I made him feel at ease, like he could be himself when he was with me, like he could be normal. I will never forget that. I told him that he was my best friend in the whole entire world. Initially, I loved feeling needed. It was welcoming to know that another human being depended on me. But as time went on, I started to notice that he had become entirely reliant on me for happiness. It wasn't healthy, so I began to suggest that he seek help. All I wanted for him was to be happy. Happy without me. As much as I love hanging out with Daniel, I hate that I'm the only thing that makes him happy. I try to suggest that he find others he can be himself with. I remind him of the rumor we heard that Jenny has a crush on him. Daniel won't have any of it. I still need you, he says. At the time, I would have never guessed what those words truly meant. As if there was potential for the end of our relationship. As the days went by, I subtly edged him on a bit about seeking help. Eventually, he submitted. Daniel would tell me that he started therapy today. When I asked him about it, he seemed very nervous and uneasy, like he wanted to get away from the topic. Apparently, the therapist was very interested in me. Over the next few weeks, Daniel would continue going to therapy sessions. I make sure Daniel knows that I'm here if he needs me before I sit down. I'm glad to see him happy with someone else, but I can't help being a little jealous. I'm so excited to see my friend again. It feels like it's been ages, but I quickly realize things aren't what they seem. Daniel says that he can't see me anymore. Confused, I simply ask, why? I tell Daniel he is my whole world. He simply says, that's the problem. My heart sank. How could he say that after all we've done together? I tried to scream, but it barely came out as a whisper, and I was left with my thoughts for what seemed like an eternity. Who was I, or what was I? It took a while for me to come to the conclusion that I was nothing in the end, a nobody, an imaginary entity that took the seat that was once reserved for Daniel's brother, that I was a figment of his imagination, the friend of somebody who needed a friend. I hated myself for a long time for recommending that Daniel seek help, because ultimately, that was the cause of my demise. I figured out that what I did was what I was meant to do. I did what was right, and I lived a life fulfilled with promises that were kept, and I helped turn a life around for the better. I served my purpose. Not many people get to say that. He doesn't need me anymore, and as long as that is true, I know I can be happy.